everybody. We are back for another week. Huh?
No, I said we're back.
We're back. So last week I was poorly, so we couldn't do a vlog.
Yes.
And we didn't get anything done. So we're back with a vengeance. But we do have some updates.
We got a couple of updates. We've got quite a big, long update at the back of the garden. A good looking flat update. We have a fence. This is on our mission to get a dog at some point. Mm-hmm. So you have to have a 6-foot perimeter everywhere to get a rescue dog, which is what we want to do. And we're not going to get anything that can jump 6 foot. But, ta-da! I mean, it's a fence. We don't have a side gate yet, but we're getting one.
Yeah. So we basically had our fence guy who did this fence, which some of you... Did we vlog back then? I can't remember when we started vlogging, but we got basically this fence put in very early doors when we first moved in, when we first had the keys, so like almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah, there was a big ugly hedge there before.
Yeah, there was a hedge, there was a literal hole in it, in that corner over there, there was a hole.
A lot of chicken wire.
Yeah, it was full of so much wire. We got engaged and then we had to come back here and cut it all apart, didn't we? Like immediately afterwards.
Lose the ring and all the chicken wire.
Yeah, it's quite intense, but our neighbours basically wanted to gain some of their garden back, so we were like, we'll do that.
Gain some light.
Yeah, light and all this. We knew we needed to replace it at some point anyway. Anyway, that's not the point. That fence got put in by Terry, the fence man.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. He did it in like a day, which it goes all the way down there and round the corner, which is pretty wild. And we knew we needed to get him back for our new fence.
Because this is my favourite bit of the fence.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So like 2 years later.
That's so close. But yeah, it's a proper solid fence. No dogs getting out of that.
No dogs getting out of that, and obviously it goes on a little thing, and then that's our neighbour's fence. But sadly, we hadn't bought a gate yet for the side alley. Here's our gnomes from our friends. We've got Miles and Meg. This will be me when we eventually have a garden that's nice. But we couldn't get a side gate until he appeared, and because he's so speedy, I ordered this like an hour after he arrived, and it came 2 days later and he was already on his way out the door, so he hasn't fitted it yet, but he is going to come back soon, which we are going to put down here. So I think we decided to put it here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is that what we said? But I don't know if you can tell, we've got this retaining wall here, and it's actually at quite an angle, so it goes from here up. That distance is about a foot. So we're going to have to put like a wooden triangle there, which is a bit annoying because it would look better if it was metal, but we just don't have the budget or the time to wait to get a metal infill. So we're just going to do that for now, and then when in a million years time we redo the driveway, we'll sort this all out. But I think it will look good.
It will do.
So happy with that, and hopefully he'll be back in the next week or two, and then we can get a house check, and then we can start applying for dogs, can't we?
Get a little doggo. Meg's going to put up various pictures now of various dogs that we want to get.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to get yet. All I know is I want it to be small enough that I can lift it.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to be out and about and something go wrong with a different dog or whatever and not be able to pick it up. Or maybe like my friend Dot, who you guys maybe know, Faffing Nest, she's got a golden retriever who we love, Arlo.
With a big old head.
He's got a massive head. He's actually quite a small golden, and I jokingly at the pub lifted him once. I can pick him up, but it's quite difficult. And the other day...
a full-on squat for you.
Yeah, he stepped on some glass and then, you know, she can't pick him up. So I'm like, I want one that I can lift, but Miles doesn't want one that's too small. So medium-sized dog, 20 kgs, something like that.
Sure.
I think that's like the top end of small, low end of medium, but we'll see. And the story goes, you'll tell the story about Mabel.
Yeah, we were walking in a woods just next to our house, and we saw a very good looking lurchery type thing,
which is not the sort of dog we were looking for.
No, but obviously rescue because it was a few different breeds, and it was sort of pulling its lead towards us because it wanted a little chin tickle under one end of there.
Dogs know dog people.
They do know dog people. And we asked lady, can we stroke your dog? And she was like, go ahead, but I should tell you it's not my dog. It's a rescue dog that I'm just walking, which is available to adopt.
I mean, you do have to pay.
It's true. But we can't get it because we don't have a perimeter, but then she's also new, so they haven't
Scooter, you always call it that. She's not a spade yet.
Spade yet.
She's only about one,
So
and
we
like,
might get
ideally,
her.
we haven't like spent enough time with her.
People.
Yeah,
She gets her paws around you like that.
she did. She hugs Miles's thigh and like pushed. People who have a dog will know that when they push up against you, that's them hugging you. And she did that massively to me. And then she jumped up on Miles, but like literally
Hugged me.
hugged his
It
knees.
was the weirdest experience of
which
my
is
life.
so
I've never
cute.
been hugged by a dog.
Not in that way. No.
Not
It was,
like a human hug from
no,
a dog.
she's incredibly friendly. She is a bit younger than we'd like. She's only about one. We really want an adult dog because we don't really want to have to deal with a puppy.
Cute, but
Well, she's not even the cute type of puppy. She's like basically fully grown, but she's just got the puppy traits.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like, but we'll see. I want to walk her and like maybe look after her for a bit and decide whether we want her or not. But anyway, we need the house checked first.
yeah.
So that's that. But otherwise, we do have a few bits and pieces that we want to do in the house today. And because we were ill last week, I just want to tick off some easy stuff. So I might have to caulk it first, I've realised, but caulk and paint the utility. So maybe caulk today and then I'll do the painting next week. And then I want to put up a toilet roll holder and towel holder in the downstairs loo. And then was there another one?
It's fixing Darren's holes.
Yeah, we might do that today, maybe. We've got like, oh, hang on. Why is this not working? There, that hole, and then there's like a painty bit behind here. That's a mirror.
There are various bits in the utility as well. We've got to just finish off. All of the plugs are off the wall, and there's things in here. Only a couple of things.
But yeah, I'm not sure how much we'll get through today, but I want to get some like low-hanging fruit done. Annoyingly though, we've given ourselves a different problem where we are hosting a load of our friends this weekend for a barbecue, and the garden
is gonna be lovely, but and the real problem is right at the end as we go back over to the fence. We're gonna have kids and dogs, which is great because we've got the back fence, but the problem is we've got this sort of area which basically we've been like chucking things, and so it's all just like pallets and pieces of wood with nails poking out of them and like broken glass and just things that shouldn't be around when you've got kids in the garden. I mean, there's other things like this incredibly thorny rose bush, but that's nature, so they'll learn something, I guess. But this bit I need to clear out. So I need to clear out all the rubbish, take it to the tip, probably fill it with something. Can you all comment below what the hell I need to do here?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but this is much lower than over there. But it does like slope up the whole garden. It's only slightly lower here than like here.
Like, do I need to fill this with gravel and then dirt, or just gravel, or tarmac? Like, what the hell do I do that will mean that's not just a different random level of bump, or nothing will grow there, or it will just flood, or all of that rubbish that happens with gardens? Comment below and subscribe and ding the bell while you're down there.
And while Miles is doing that and sorting out this massive pile of stuff, I'm going to go inside and do something off the list so that we're at least moving forward with that.
Last thing is look at our tomato plant.
Oh yeah.
Look how many tomatoes are on it.
We should probably take them off.
I know it's really bushy. I've basically ignored it recently. We should probably take off things like that because I mean that's just dead. There you go. There you go. Live gardening. Welcome to gardening.
What did you do to make it do this then? Because I think
what?
you have like you fed it and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I gave it a load of tomatite,
Something like that.
something like that. It's some like sort of dark red liquid that you put like barely any in loads of water. And I mean, it's covered in tomatoes.
Well, yeah.
And these ones look nice, don't they? And like all of them. Look how many are there? So we should probably pick these off. But I've just been basically giving it loads and loads of water. That's it. I haven't been maintaining it at all.
Look how awful the back of the house looks. One day we'll get it re-rendered, guys.
It's a bit of a shocker, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was something with the barbecue. We were hoping that our fence man was going to build us a deck, and he ended up saying that he can't do that until the autumn. So we now have to find a way to secure those stairs because they wobble all over the place. Do you want to give a demonstration? Yeah, they're not connected and they're not going to fall over, but just if two people are on them at once, it's actually pretty sketchy. So that's a problem.
Thing is,
this weekend.
It's fine when you sort of push it against the wall, stand it upright like that. It's briefly fine, but then it quite quickly does that a few times.
Yeah, we just need to put like a batten
back.
behind it and then drill it in or something.
It needs securing here or
Yeah.
at the other end.
Oh well.
But it's a job, innit?
Yeah. But we have all of the barbecue, so that'll be fun.
We have a very nice barbecue.
You'll probably see a fair amount of this stuff in next week's vlog because it is currently Tuesday and this will come out tomorrow. So we'll do as much as we can today, but through the week we'll film.
Yeah.
We'll film little bits and we'll put it in next week's vlog. But anyway, let's stop waffling and get on with it.
I'm going to do garden, you're
Yeah.
going to do toilets. Left-handed shake, that's weird.
All right, I am going to do the utility. I really thought I'd be able to just paint in here like the woodwork and stuff, but I forgot a step. I forgot the prep work for the architraves and things. And we've got stuff like this where the plasterers just like chucked some crappy plasterboard on here. So we need to do quite a bit of filling and finishing. Then I can cork it. Then I can paint this. Then I can paint this again. Then I'll probably need to paint the woodwork again and then we'll all be good. It's so sad that we can't really afford to replace this back door yet, but I might do a little bit of filling where these gaps are. I put cork in it last year, but it's all shrunk and fallen out again. You can see the light coming through. They had a panel over this and now I realise it was for a reason. But really, I think we've said this before, but I want a stable door here because then we can have the top half of it open, because on the back of the house, we've actually only got this little window that you can open without having a whole door open. So to be able to get a bit more airflow through, we could open this, and it also means that when we have dogs and kids, we can have it half open as well. That's the plan, but I'm going to do some filling now. We've run into a spanner. There's a spider up there and I don't know what to do with him. I thought he was dead, tried to hoover him, but he's not, he's alive. Trigger warning, if you don't like spiders. He's just like a daddy long legs in there, can you see? And look how fucking awful that looks. But like that hole anyway, it's already pretty massive and I don't know what to do with him. I've managed to fill, it looks way better already, the rest of that bit. The filler is going to slump a little bit, but I'll just sand it and do it again. It just needs something to lean on. And then up here, I actually don't know what to do. Over here is okay, it's a bit smaller there. But on this end, it's like a centimetre gap. That way, that way. So I'm not really sure. I feel like I need to put a bit of wood up there or something and glue it in, maybe? I don't know. But I might go get Miles to get rid of this spider. Milo to the rescue.
Can't be killing the poor guy.
He's in that hole in the corner.
Little guy. Yes.
Oh, ran out. Nice. Well done. Yay! We saved it.
There you go. One not dead daddy long legs.
Well done. Thank you. All right, spider is gone, which is great. But I found this piece of wood that I think will fit up there, and I can use this to be a bit more of like a buffer between me and the filler. So up there, like, is it the right sort of thickness? I mean, it's pretty good. Safety first and all that. Goggles always. Yeah, that kept it in the right place. Yeah, so not a single, can you see that? None of the nails went through it. And I'll show you actually why. Without the battery, can you see that at the front? That needs to be fully pressed down for the nail to be able to come out of there. So because of the detail on the architrave, you can't get close enough to it. I could go upside down, but up on the ladder, that's just too difficult. So wood glue it is, I guess. I think that's good enough. So I'm gonna have to leave that to dry overnight. Let's go and do the toilet roll holder and towel holder for the downstairs loo, because that's been annoying me for ages. Alrighty, so in here, so this towel just lives on the sink, and we have one of these things, which is kind of annoying, but we have, comes down, we have these guys. Ah. So we have that, which I'm gonna put just here. And then we have this, which is going to go up there. Or should I put it on this side? Not sure, maybe I'll ask Miles. Actually, I think there's wires in this side and there's not wires on that side, so we'll do that. Miles is on a work call, so I'm doing this part of it, and then once he's off of it, I'll do the drilling. So I'm going to see if this one is the same. I'm assuming it is. It's like the easiest thing ever. You basically just draw across with a level, and then let me show you. Sorry if the audio is crap with the fan on, but you draw across and then you line up these little nubbins with it, and you just drill through it, and they give you the right size bits and the screws, and then you just put this on as normal, and that's literally it. Like, these are amazing. I'd really recommend. That is now done. I will drill it once Miles is off his call, but I think that kind of works. It's a bit tricky with the gap here, but yeah, really easy so far. Okay, we're back on. We're gonna drill the wall. We did it, guys! So easy. I'd highly recommend these. They go on so easily and they look so nice and normal. We did a thing.
Done a thing.
We're back. I did also remember that we did film some footage that I was meant to put in last week's vlog and forgot, but we did do the little reveal with constructing the woodshed. So I'll clip that in now. The floor is very not level, and this whole thing has been sat in our garden for about 6 months, so it's quite bowed, but we're hoping that when we put it together it'll be okay. Here's all the bits. Here's the Milo. It's very hot, so we might not do very well today, but we're going to give it a go.
God. So powerful.
Already did it wrong.
Already
It was going so well.
Step 3.
That's alright, it worked. We're now back at where we were. So we've put the end panel on. We've managed to whack-a-mole it in with the mallet.
Can you get how bowed it is?
I don't know if you can see.
Look, that one's twisted too
You can
far.
kind of see there that it's bowed.
It's twisted like that.
Yeah. Hopefully when it's full of wood it'll be alright.
Life lesson, don't leave wood outside for ages.
We've done that a few times now. Oops.
Right, so what am I doing here?
You are screwing 2 screws through there into this. Alright, we've got to the point where we need to put the roof on, and we are going to do that when the sun isn't on us. So tomorrow morning probably, right?
Yeah.
And then we can move it into the lovely gap that we gave ourselves earlier. And then Miles can be the Norwegian that he is and cut up all that wood.
Chop some probably rotten wood, put it in. At least it's dried out.
We've just got like this one, which is far too small. So we want to put all of that into this guy, which is much bigger. It's literally 3 times the size of that guy. So happy days. If anyone out there knows how to stop the impact driver bits falling out, we'd be greatly appreciative. You can like spin it and stuff, but we can't make it work. Like, do you lock it in somehow? It moves up and down, and yet every time we do it, it still falls out on the floor and we lose it.
Like, balance on all of its stones.
Yeah. What happens when you don't have a level garden, eh?
I think that looks alright.
Yeah, me too. Goes to the rest of our shite garden.
I can't disagree. Another one done. Another one done. Another one. I'm going to pick. There's a little hedgehog with an apple on his back.
Oh, perfect.
Unknown why, but just before the crocodile eats him.
Yeah.
We'll
Save him.
Right down in the corner. Here he is.
Haven't added to the drama. That's
Yeah, but it's got to be 333, isn't it?
It's true. Right, where is it? Oh.
Construct woodshed. That has been sat in our garden for so long, unconstructed. Now it's made.
So today you've done loads of garden stuff, which
Yeah.
annoyingly is not on the list.
Also known as a waste of time.
Yeah, it's annoying when you have other jobs that you're like, oh, I need to do that, and it's not on the list that we wrote. But
There's no satisfaction in that.
I did do this one.
Tick.
And you can do the sticker.
Bear with. You just rip it apart. Right, for this one, you're doing a cake.
A cake.
Which cake? Or thing would you like? You got sweet, you got a cookie?
Let's go for a little one. Let's go for a cookie.
Little cookie?
Yeah.
Do you want to stick it on?
Yeah. I'll put him under here.
Cookie. Look at that, we're making it quite dense down there.
Ta-da! All right, and that is all we're gonna have done for this video. But I think we made good progress on the architrave and stuff in the other room. I just need to come back to it after this vlog goes out. So we'll come back to that next week. But otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell.
Ding it.
And all that stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Bye. Bye.